Hi, hello. Hello. Hey, yeah. Hey. Good evening. Thank you so much for being here tonight for the underclassmen creative writing end of year. My name is Alexandra Johnson. I'm the creative writing teacher here, and this is my wonderful. Thank you. Thank you. This is my wonderful student intern Griffin. He's been very helpful. Griffin, do you have anything you want to say?
I'm very excited to see the creative writers perform. They've worked so hard and we're very proud of them. So I hope you guys do a great job.
The students this evening are going to be performing some pieces of poetry that they wrote this school year. We're very excited about this. We just ask that you silence your cell phones if you haven't already. And also, we have a little program available. If you scan the QR code on one of these flyers scattered about the theater, you can look at bios of all the kids, and we also have a running order of what we're doing tonight. So, thank you so much. Without further ado, let's get started.
You can pull it out. You could just,
Hi guys. My name is Kiara, and the piece I have for you tonight is called Nightingale, and I kind of want to leave it open to interpretation. Crawling into your window in the dead of night, the nightingale sings me a song of moral, and in the morning she'll bury my bones. Aquamarine eyes and a ghostly presence, there is a knot between our souls that never fails to lead me back to you. Tearing at my skin to lament at yours beneath, our ostinato of lunacy. We twist and align with the rhythm of unity. Sweet lies and even sweeter nights, our barriers thinning as the sun falls asleep. I give unto you a special form of love. A love that falls on my back in the end, one that yearns and aches and lethally bruised. When my existence subsides, you wilt. Yet with me you wane, you tell me you need me, and the moon roars my name. Hungry for silence, I want to be pure and mended. You can't stitch a tattered body. You pull at my limbs and snap them off. You shatter my face with porcelain, and in my plastic hand I offer my heart. Took all I had to give, feed off me, and I allow it. As long as we occupy space under the same moon and sky, we will be hollow-hearted, plagued by the same desire, leeching off of one another, humming the ostinato of lunacy. Crawling into your window in the dead of night, the moon's echo subsides, allowing morning to arise. The nightingale weeps a song of moral, delivering unto you the fable of my bones. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. Hello. Okay. My name is Susie, but I am going to read a piece by Louisa, who unfortunately could not make it tonight. This piece is entitled Rubber Band. Come to me for comfort, for care. Come to me to wash your body and comb your hair. Come to me when you want my word. Take them before I talk and declare you my lord. Twist me like a rubber band until I snap and go broken in your hand. I will not leave you, though I know I should. I keep coming back to you like I know I would. Thank you.
Hi. Hi, I'm Bailey, and I'm going to be reading La Danse. It's based off of the Picasso painting La Danse from 1925. Thank you. There is a certain kind of loneliness that comes when being viewed in peripheral. A sense of sadness served with curtained lips, a hesitation in trudging past broken springs, self-hate in every tight-knit fist. The skin on my face is taut every night. When I open my mouth, it burns in an acidic way, the seer wondering why I'm here, staring at the stagnant ceiling fan as I do. There was a certain kind of humor in looking at cloudy skies, at crying through mumbled goodbyes, of counting out your feeble tries, of watching shape and length and size. But there is a certain kind of happiness in the growth of time, of what you can perceive as a sign of the words that will continue to follow this line of the difficulty and soothingness of rhyme. There is comfort in knowing that you aren't alone. One person on this earth has experienced the same pain you've been through. Mistakes will be made and inertia stands strong. The grass is as green on your side as is everyone else's. And there is a longingness in who you think you should be, of trying to achieve the thing you think you deserve, of hearing words and not perceiving them as a thing you should learn, the relaxing palms and shriveled skin unthawing. And there is a settlement in the bones of the specimen we are all one part of, a mindset we all share, a consciousness we all have, because I am in this body and you are in that one. And while an ending with the taunting so seems fit with the others, the circle of who and what will remain and continue, but instead of letting it tug at your throat, embrace it, and let the comfort seep into your bones. And even though the optimism I'm projecting is coming from my own peripheral, the lows and highs of the tides we are will be experienced, and mistakes will be made and acted upon by others. We will continue to dance and embrace each other's faults. And when the air around us doesn't taste like summer anymore, when writing is a chore for a deadline instead of honey down your throat, we are all tides that follow the moon. Mornings and midday taste the same salt we are made from.
My name is Isis, and I'm going to be reading a poem I wrote called Not Long Ago. I wrote it for Black History Month. You know that not long ago we were down, dragged into the very mud that you walk on. Black bodies in churches burned because you want us gone. Not long ago, thrown on this very ground. Not long ago, black babies fed to alligators and left to drown. Black men and boys beat until they were blue. All of it then and still now, it's not new. Not long ago, we were hosed and beaten to the ground. Not long ago, scared and judged that scared that there's something we may lack. Black families and people dealing with the oppression struck us to a small-scale prison of not just aggression, but depression. Not long ago, black boys, girls, and babies shunned for that very fact that they're black. Not long ago, black-haired faces, bodies, and culture thrown to the ground, not fitting white beauty standards. Our children scared because away from the pain, there's nowhere to turn. Those black girls and boys living forever in the void of not getting to learn. Not long ago, they were only taught those very thoughts that living while black isn't right. Not long ago, our ancestors beaten, whipped, and forever mistreated. Harriet sought to find a way to free us from this world that is the present day. All of them prayed and paved the way, wishing and hoping it'll all be okay, but it's not. In the near future, another black woman will stand before you saying what I'm saying, that not long ago things were the same because all of you failed to try and help change the way life is now because it hasn't anything to do with you. You'd rather not engage. It's you. The reason we'll forever keep praying and praying because nobody is saying what needs to be said. And it won't end until we're all dead.
I wrote a poem called Bones for you guys tonight. And it's about death personified as a man. Thank you. Buried are the bones bound in silver and gold, and bitter they brittle, for bones are just bones. They have not a soul and they have not a brain, and skin that once hugged them has rotted away. Death is not friendly, though nor is he cold, despite knowing many he travels alone. Indifferent to sunlight, unbothered by rain, among the bound bones, brittle, he remains. Behold the beauty of these bargains untold, untouched by the living, till reaps come its own. Breath be it brittle, but breath all the same, only bitters beneath of that which they lay. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Sally, and this is my piece, Crash Landing, which I wrote this year about my experience being alienated from other people. Man-made horror beyond comprehension. This just in, alien invades the Earth. Burning UFO crash demands attention, the alien girl-shaped for what it's worth. Far-off quiet voice, empty stare, shield. Upbeat news announcer warns of UFO girl skipping through dark, dewy moonlit fields and watching faraway galaxies swirl. Blue antenna twitch in anticipation, mashing buttons to contact home. Grim warnings take to radio station, UFO crash-landed girl stuck on Earth alone. Unused to oppressive gravity, UFO girl takes a shaky step. Soft grass pillow holds an alien body, whispers gently not to fret. She teeter-totters careful on gravity's limits, tiptoes under burning distant stars, watching things whir by in simple minutes. You are this way, wrong way, you are bizarre. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Nathaniel, and I'll be reading a prose poem I worked on this year called The Warning. Hardened heels grind sharp stony beaks to meal, and the river is quelled by the swelling sun. Its empty bed is a bairn of ambition, where little culvers dip and dive, peck and play, exulting in the beaming sunlight. However dark and damp the eagle ferns may grow, they sing in ornate octaves, echoes trapped in hollow trees. And when their fun is finished, they perch in tender saplings at the edge of the forest where the sun still warms the soft down of their necks. Their eyes pierce the forest edge, gazing upon leathery leaves that clatter against branches baked brittle by the relentless sun in their absence. Fearful, they take to mother's ashen peaks, and soon in their transcendent speed, the fickle ferns and beaming sunlight leave them, replaced by mother's stony visage. They all know that despair is distant in mother's arms. As they roost in her stony flesh, she shakes the forest with her breath. Ashen heights make for sable depths. If flowers are to grow, then ferns must die. Such is the way of the wild.
Hello, I'm back. This time I will be reading my piece entitled Tranquility, and I don't remember why I wrote it, but I did. Healing is a balm, ever soothing, a gentle touch, ever moving. It brings comfort and peace alike, a salve that never truly dies. It mends the wounds that cut so deep, it helps the broken-hearted sleep. It brings hope to the weary soul and helps make broken spirits whole. Healing is a process, slow but sure. It helps us to endure and mature. It teaches us to let go and forgive and shows us how to truly live. So let us embrace this bond divine and let it heal our hearts and our minds. For its gentle touch we find a love that's pure and ever kind. And though the scars may still remain, we find new strength to fix the pain. For healing brings a brand new day and guides us through the darkened way. We learn to entrust its embrace. We find new hope in every place. For healing is a journey blessed, a gift that leads to rest. So let us cherish every moment of healing works within our hearts. And may its touch forever be a source of grace eternally. Thanks.
Hi guys, it is me again. At this time, I'm going to be reading Seiku's piece, who would not be here today, so I hope I do it justice. I should guess at that particular moment, as the auntie's sneaking across the corridor, spying around with the conspirators' planes. Our glimpses meet before she disappears behind the bathroom door. Anyway, with her 70-something years, she belongs to those rare ones who can still move without help, unlike the ward's other dwellers. It's her withdrawnness only that seems creepy, as if she weren't present. Not even a single smile appeared on her face since she's been brought here. It's 6:47 in the morning. Bathing, diaper, and bedding change. The dawn shift just tries to wade through the hospital ward's night agonies, heaped trash, spilled urine, and scattered supper remnants on the floor. There's no time for pondering. Room after room, I collect the garbage, draw out a strayed slipper from under the bed, give a sip of water, seek lost glasses, and retrieve those precious presents. A piece of gluey candy from a messy nightstand drawer, a half apple, a clove of orange, a slice of sodden wafer soaked in spilled soda drink. Aunties and unkies, sorry guys. Aunties and uncles so close to the end still wish to give joy. With watery eyes, I slide the gifts into my pocket, and then they land in the bin. An hour later, turning back from the corridor end, I have long forgotten the morning aunting. And then, opening the shower door, I take root for fright. The shower's window is wide open, and the auntie is sitting there on the second-story windowsill, faced toward the decks. It's unreal, like a horror movie. Seeing the scene confused, I draw back from the door warily and then run to the nurses. It takes them only 30 seconds to dash into the bathroom, finding the windowsill empty. Doctors, nursing staff surrounds her at the base of the wall in 1 minute. She's gone. I'm stumbling along the corridor, dizzy, replaying the scene to myself at least 100 times. Head physician and policeman reassure me after. The auntie was sick. Awaiting here for the transfer to psychiatry. Otherwise, she could have been yanked with me too. Otherwise, she could have yanked me too with herself if I had tried to keep her back. My mind understands. She trusted me with the crippling role of being the core witness of her death. Knowing for sure nobody can be saved from oneself. Yes, my mind understands. That I can't even today shoot away the memory.
This is summer. Waking up to the warm breeze, with perfectly placed petals in my hair, the sky filled with orange and gold, all worries disappeared, problems became irrelevant. Red Italian ice stains my mouth. We point and laugh at each other, knowing we look dumb. Shirts and tank tops are the only things we own. Sweat drips off of our bodies, but this is summer. We spend evenings almost falling asleep in the pool, our hair shocked from chlorine. The sun still peeks through the stars, as fireworks for the sky. Time is limitless, tomorrow holds no fears. We go to sleep each night knowing tomorrow embarks on a new adventure. This is summer. The warm breeze reminds me, the clothing reminds me, the Italian ice and ice cream reminds me, the feeling of owning the world reminds me that this is summer.
Hi, Myla. Hello.
My name's Myla, and this is going to be my piece, Your Cannibalistic Love. As your teeth rip me apart, you smile that same grin. You toss me around like the bikini you are as the tears drown me. You continue to devour everything in front of you as your selfish desires devour you. Your cannibalistic love overtakes you, and I surrender. Your sharp claws tug at my lungs, and your eyes pierce my soul. Your words penetrate my mind as your teeth score my skin. You've absorbed my worth and you've stolen my heart and made me tear it apart for your own craving. You grab my face and kiss it. How can I stand by you and let you burn our house to the ground? I've stood through your fire and let it melt my skin, but now I hold the match. I'll burn this house and any house you've ever touched. The memory of you will never linger. I used to believe you, but now I kick you to the curb. Your hands grip my flesh, begging me to stay. The house you built of dirt will crumble along with the lies. You held me in your grip, but now I'm free. Thank you.
Hey guys, I promise this is the last time I'm up here. Really this time. Okay. This one is called Who is Art? I don't really remember why I wrote it, but I I saw a woman cut her hair in an art gallery yesterday. She had long, wisped strands, looking less feminine, grasped in tight, angry palms. It was quiet in the halls, almost unoccupied and still. And it might have been rude, but I stood in the middle of the hall and I watched her take the jagged glass and saw, at the top strands, dying and falling to her feet, the glass cutting tiny flecks of flesh, blood running in raindrips down her arm, but still not seen. Her eyes trained on the locks, falling, feathering to the carpet's fibers. They fell in an uninterested and unknowing wonder, unperceiving of being the reason when my breath was held, the silent wails and quiet shakes blending in with the contrasting colors and emotions. Her face, it falls with the petals as she cuts, with the grace she can't muster but achieves in a rushing force. She was the paintings that she could not be framed and put on the wall. After a while, it wasn't just me peering and wondering. She was stared at and haphazardly thought through. She was being figured out. They were trying to figure her out. And she fell to her knees and she grasped at the fallen wisps, fisted them to her breast like a mother cowering her child. She let her tears run into their rose-scented heads, whispered into the strands with her untold secrets, and rocked back and forth on the ground on that pile she made of who she used to be, of what she used to grow. And a guard approached her and told her to leave. He told her that she couldn't stay here and that she needed to stop, to go, to leave, and I didn't move, but I did watch, as she never looked up and instead pawed at the hair underneath her, and she stood up and walked out of the room, down the long hallway, 2 clutches of locks in each hand, never looking up. And the guard told us to go back to what we were doing. There was nothing to see here. But there was, because for a second, everyone there had witnessed art, but none of them knew it. Thank you.
Hi guys.
Hello.
Hi. So my next piece is called Heart of Stone, and I'm gonna leave this one up to interpretation as well. Okay. Oh my little girl, how time flies. You're getting too big for me to hold, and there's not enough left of me to love you. So I'll leave it to another to heal the wound I've inflicted and handle the heart I once loved. My memories are growing foggy, and you don't hug me the same anymore. I repeat my father's words to you, but you bleed them out and sew yourself back together every time. I'm so proud of the woman you've become, but it hurts to look at you anymore because all I see in your eyes is a silhouette. Shards of the youth that have slipped through my fingers like warm sand. With every wrinkle of mine, I see mortality. With every gray hair, a memory astray. Pain is not a problem when you're alone, but memories won't keep you warm at night. And this silence is bittersweet because I can still hear your laughter. My heartbeat is growing weaker. I try to turn a new page, but the book is drenched in my tears. I can't remember who I am anymore, but I'll never forget you. You will live on forever in my memories, though memories can't breathe in empty bottles. And as you grow bigger, my heart grows smaller with resentment. My time is slipping, so I'll try to hide for you, yet my tree of life is wilting, and my leaves scattering far from your embrace. I have to bury a seed for you to move on, and the one I have beneath my chest is all I have left. I'll hide my bottles for you, and open the bridge to my heart of stone for you to bid me goodbye and give me one last hug to keep you warm at night. Taking my last breath, my memories shatter along with my little girl.
Hello everyone. I will be reading Familiar Family Feelings today. I am Ollie, and Familiar Family Feelings is just about the memories you gain with your family, whether they be good or bad. I hope you enjoy it. Familiarity runs through my blood like how my mother's songs crowd in the back of my mind every road trip. Like how my father fixes and tinkers and creates and teaches my sister. Like the taste that follows every dish, the reminder to thank the person who inflated it, created it, who swept and wept and bled for us. Anger floods my throat like how my sister's jabs and taunts nestle into my skin.
Like how my brother cries after smiling and smiles after crying. Like how my world shifts when yelling pierces in my chest and curdles my haunted soul. Like how stare and pursed lips speak much more than the punishment of the damned. Naivety sweats out of me like my sister's soccer game where she's breathless and proud, like the words that come out of a stranger's mouth as he considers a puzzle piece that fits, but continues to use the one that doesn't, like a sister staring as anger and logic are wielded in words and we are alone in a room of 4 and she is young. Like looking in a mirror and sleeping and sighing because I am young. Hate tickles the bottom of my feet like wrestling games with my sister as she wrangles herself from my grip. Like the way in a new house I watch my sister slip and tumble and then I slip and tumble and it is nothing like the old one. Like everything is changing and shifting and a smile is carved into a face. Love pierces through my chest just like years ago when my sister calls me crying in the night and I am jealous and touched and thankful and tired at midnight. Like when my mother plans for excursions that pique my interest and helps my siblings. Like when a sibling's gift is well meant and a toddler's hug is warm. Jealousy purges itself from my body like how my sister finishes a drawing that's momentous and I am pride incarnate. Like how my brother strings a sentence together and it is a moment none forget. Like when it is spring and it is late but we walk together and it is much nicer even if we are surrounded in the dark and cautious of strangers. Hope curls in my chest, like when my dad shows me baking trips, like when my sister and I exchange banter and exchange inspiration and dreams and we smile. Like when we go on car rides and games are played and songs are yelled and we are happy. Like when I'm tired but still happy and close. Appreciation slips down my throat, cool and sweet, like when my middle sister cheers and I feel warm. Like when my younger sister reaches for the stars, grabs them and I cheer. Like when my brother plays with trucks and gives hugs and he is the star. Like when my youngest sister wants to go and walks and drags her coat behind and she's passionate and we are proud. Like when my mother puts on a show and we watch and enjoy the show, but I always enjoy her company more. Like when my father drives and our words are deep, but I always appreciate the memories more. Familiarity runs through my blood and inspires my beating heart. Like when a hug is more of a comfort and never a routine, but close to a wish. When baked goods are expressions of affections and guiding hands are synonymous with cautious care. Like when someone else's fear is quenched because of me and I bring comfort and I made them warm. Like when a wave means goodbye and hello at the same time. Like when I am familiar with the charade, but I'll do it all again through your family. And of all the feelings I feel with you and them aren't always joyous, they are always yours, theirs, and mine. Thank you.
Well, let's give all our students another round of applause. We did get through this much faster than I had originally anticipated. That is our show this evening. Feel free to, yeah, go ahead, clap together. We will be hanging out a little bit after here. If you have any questions, you want to talk to the kids. Thanks so much for coming out.